Hi, and welcome back to the SAT-2 U.S. History Exam Review. Today we're going to be talking about the Reconstruction era. So this is immediately after the Civil War, and we're going to be focusing on the South because that's where the real rebuilding needs to be happening. So this time period is between 1865, the end of the Civil War, up until 1877, and we'll see why that date is important in this lecture. And so this is all about making a new South and reuniting the Union once again. So, restoring the South to the Union, a part of this plan was the Freedmen's Bureau in 1865. So Lincoln is president, and he's trying to think of all different ways to reincorporate the freed blacks into society. So now the blacks are homeless, jobless, and basically not finding a lot of work easily. So here's a plan to help them make that transition. First of all, to find homes and jobs, then also to negotiate work contracts, to build hospitals to provide for these new members of society, to set up schools and also provide teachers for blacks, as we can see here, and also just general legal assistance. So now that we have the abolition of slavery, now that blacks are back into society, they are going to be experiencing segregation from this point onward, up until the Civil Rights Movement, actually until the 1960s. So you can see an all-black school here, taught by a black teacher, for example. So in addition to programs that we're going to provide for social welfare, like the Freedmen's Bureau, Lincoln has a general plan for readmittance to the Union. So actually a state had to follow these different standards and basically to achieve Union status. The fact that they had seceded was a really big step away from our country, and now that they're not going to be a part of the CSA anymore, they need to basically jump through a few hoops. So Lincoln proposes a loyalty oath. Also, this 10% plan, basically that if 10% of the officials in each state can basically take this loyalty oath, and the state can then be readmitted to the Union, and also amnesty would be granted towards them. Basically, we're trying to make amends for a really rough, divisive period. Also, presidential pardons, he said, must be requested by high-ranking ex-CSA officials. So the fact that they have to request these pardons is a little bit of a hoop, but overall Lincoln is trying to make it very possible for these states to be readmitted. He wants to put the war behind us. Now, the states also must ban slavery. This is an extension of the Emancipation Proclamation. And they also must provide free public education to blacks. In addition to that, they have to write new state constitutions incorporating all of these ideas. Some people were dissatisfied with